Here's my review for DC's Blue Beetle. Well, I liked it more than The Flash. Xolo Mariduena, cast as Blue Beetle, is a gift for DC. Honestly, the parts that I loved about this movie were the emphasis on family and how family is forever. The love for your family is what makes you strong. I also love the focus of purpose and what you're willing to sacrifice in order to fulfill that purpose once you figure it out. The costume for Blue Beetle is epic. It's one of my favorite designs in all of comic book characters. The practical fights were fantastic and a standout from the subpar CGI. The CGI wasn't nearly as bad as The Flash, but it was serviceable. Although I really enjoyed those things, it kind of hurts me to say that overall Blue Beetle felt just alright, okay, good at best, especially for a character like Blue Beetle, who is extremely unique, refreshing, and cool. Yet the movie holds itself back by containing itself within the generic comic book movie formula. This feels like a comic book movie that could have come out 15, 12 years ago and still not stand out amongst the special ones. It was very reminiscent of Iron Man 2 in terms of the narrative and the villains. It felt very bland. And I don't know, I'm kind of exhausted with the trope in comic book movies where the villains are similar to the heroes, and it's just the same exact here. Beat for beat, you get that same CGI fight scene at the end. It wasn't as exciting as I know this character can be. I love Young Justice. Watch Young Justice, and I feel like that's the perfect portrayal of the character. Nuanced, compelling, hilarious, and inspiring. And for me, the movie just didn't reach that potential. The execution and portrayal of the villain here was B level henchman, and it also didn't really make sense when he was telling Jaime Reyes, the love for your family makes you weak, when he himself was driven by the locket of his mother. I was like, huh? And even if his memory is wiped, why would he still have that locket? Also, it was really hard to believe that there were any real stakes at all, especially during the first fight when you have Blue Beetle, a highly advanced alien tech suit, versus a man-made suit of armor. This villain here is just whatever. She was obsessed with creating suits of armor for whatever reason. She's bad just because, and not very menacing. As for the family aspect, Vin Diesel would be proud. I thought it was the most entertaining and genuine aspect of the movie. They felt like a real family, great chemistry, and the emotional moments where we had to feel loss felt real. I just feel like the only thing that kind of held it back from being great was the fact that, you know, they would cast somebody like George Lopez, who was just George Lopez in the movie. It was a little distracting, kind of took me out of that real family dynamic. Blue Beetle is not the best DC movie since The Dark Knight or the worst. I encourage you to go see it for yourself.